Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm so glad to have you back today for another reading. And for today's reading, we will be looking in a divine message that you need to hear right now at this moment. A message that it's the divine timing for you to hear. So we have three piles to choose from. We have pile number 1, pile number 2, and pile number 3. Please feel free to choose any pile that you feel most drawn to, and then you can skip to the timestamps which are in the description, and I will see you guys at your reading. Hello my beautiful pile number 1. If you guys chose this pile, then this is going to be your reading today about your divine message. Okay, so if you're coming across this video right now, then that means that there is a divine message for you here today. So pile 1, let's begin by shuffling your cards, and then we're going to get into your reading. If you want to skip this part, then I will leave the timestamp for you in the description. Okay, pile 1. So first, let's begin with your divine message. The card from this deck is going to represent kind of like the main message that your spirit guides want to tell you today, and then we'll get into your other cards. So let's begin with your first card, Spirit. What is the divine message that needs to be heard by pile number 1 today? What divine message does pile number 1 need to receive today? Oh, okay, that one's jumped out right away. So let's keep that one to the side, and let's get into your other cards, pile 1. All right. Let's start with your tarot cards, and let's see what divine message you need to receive today from your angels, your spiritual team, your God, whoever you choose to work with. What divine message do they want to send you today? Let's do it also like this for pile number 1, their divine message. And let's get the last one. Okay. Let's get your other oracles. What divine message do you need to receive today? Pile number 1. Really taking these two. Divine message for pile number 1. Okay. Divine message for pile number 1. Divine message for pile number 1, Spirit. Divine message. Let's take these two for you. Okay, and let's get your last card. Ooh. Alright, we're going to take that one right away. It flipped out for you. Alright, pile 1, we have your cards now. And let's get it straight into your reading. I'm super excited. I'm feeling very powerful energies today. So I'm curious to see what your message is. Okay, pile 1. So as your card, you guys chose... I'm sorry, these kind of... Okay. You chose the World card here with the acorn, right? So I'm hearing you need to hear some big news today, right? That's the first thing that I heard with you, pile 1, is there is some big news here for you today, and some important news that will kind of like change maybe your perception of things, it will definitely change something in your life, your reality, your word. So there is like big news for you here today. But let's look at your main card here to see what is this message they need to hear today. All right, you guys have the crane. Surrender. Let go of limiting beliefs. Be as expansive in your thoughts as your soul is. Expansive. I'm sorry. Let me read that again. Let go of limiting beliefs. Be as expansive in your thoughts as your soul is. Wow. So I feel like with this, as I mentioned, it does seem like, you know, the world, like there's something is changing in your world is what I'm hearing. Something is changing in your reality. Your thoughts are changing. I feel like what you need to hear today, the divine message that you need to hear today, is going to be about you being limitless. That's what I'm hearing for you, pile 1. I feel like a lot of you need to understand that you hold unlimited possibilities, and that your mind is extremely powerful, and use it to your advantage is what I'm hearing, pile 1, for you. Okay, let's take a look at your other cards to see more information. What is this about exactly? What is your divine message? King of Swords. Yeah, you know, the King of Swords. It's the King of Thoughts, the King of Words. I'm sorry. You also have the Lovers. You have the Devil. Wow. You have the Sun. Okay, pile 1. I see. And the Nine of Swords. Pile 1, I'm definitely seeing clearly here that there might be somebody entering in your life, okay, like a romantic connection coming in for you is what I'm seeing. Because you have the King of Swords and then the Lovers, like this is the energy of somebody communicating you. Maybe like a soulmate energy I'm definitely feeling, but somebody who you will be like very close to, very tight-knit to, right? So it does seem like there's big news for you here today, and I'm hearing that expect like a really good connection to enter your life is what I'm hearing for you, pile 1. And it's very interesting that you have the Devil and the Sun here, which are kind of very opposite energies, right? So I'm getting that this person who is going to come into your life, they're going to be very attractive and a very positive person. Okay, I feel their aura is going to be like it just so outstanding, and it's going to be so bright and so attractive. Okay, that's kind of what I'm picking up, is that you'll be meeting a person who just stands out. Just when you look at them, they just completely stand out to you. There's nobody else like them. They're very unique. They're just very like just one of a kind. And I feel this person is going to be also very romantic, because, you know, we do have the Rose here, and the Nine of Swords, this can represent, again, there is some kind of energy coming in here from your thoughts that you might be holding on to, maybe like some fear or some limiting beliefs from the past or from past experiences. And I feel for you, pile 1, that you need to completely surrender and let go of anything that has hurt you in the past. I feel like you need to shift your mindset and to start creating new memories and start focusing on creating new things. You know, not a love reading is not going to resonate with everybody, of course, so I want to cover those people as well. If you don't resonate with a person entering your life, if you don't wish to have like a relationship, a connection of some kind, then this could be also like regarding your career, right? I do see that mainly here in your reading, there is a person who will be entering your life who will be very significant for you. And relationship, they don't always have to be romantic. Sometimes they can be friends, or they can be colleagues, or like a boss or something. But the main thing is that this person is going to bring a lot of value in your life and is going to help you surrender your worries. I feel like they're going to help you get rid of like what didn't work out in the past, and they're going to help you create your future. That's what I'm hearing, is they're going to help you create new memories, more positive memories. I feel like they're going to, in a way, help heal your past, maybe even unintentionally. Maybe they won't be even like you know, aware of it. But it seems that I feel like you guys will be able to heal completely heal your past, and just, you know, move on from it. Move on from what hurt you, from what didn't work out. That's kind of what I'm hearing. And just, I feel you're ready for a brighter and more positive future here, pile 1. All right, let's take a look at your oracles here. You guys have inspiration. Yeah, you're shining, you're glowing, you're transforming, I feel. I always say this, but this card, if you guys watched this cartoon, there was this cartoon called Wings, and I used to love it when I was a child, and this card always reminds me of when they transform from like their normal form to like their like fairy mode or whatever. So I always get that you're transforming. This is a transitional period for you, pile 1, and you're upgrading, you're leveling up at this moment. Trust. Yeah, I feel like right now a lot of things might be unclear to you, pile number 1, especially with your card here, you know, let go of limiting beliefs. a lot of things might be unclear to you, and you might feel a little bit confused with maybe your current direction in life and why some things happened the way that they did. So there is a need for you right now to trust that everything is working out for possibly your best, right? That the world is not going against you. Interesting that you got the world card. Some of you at this time, you might feel like in the past the world was trying to go against you, or the world was trying to break you down, and the world didn't want you to succeed. But I feel like you're kind of starting to understand that maybe all of that time you were the one holding yourself back and maybe finding excuses, and it almost feels like you're finally coming into terms with that. And I feel like you're gonna start trusting your way more. You're gonna start trusting your thoughts more, your intuition more, and where you are leading yourself to go. A lot of you, I see that you will be gaining a lot of discipline, especially during this period, and start holding yourself accountable is also what I'm hearing. And you're definitely on a way to level up. I feel like a lot of you are kind of at a major point in your life where it's kind of like you either go forward now or you stay stuck where you are. And I feel a lot of you are choosing to just shed any last bit of your past that you feel like is holding you back in your situation. And I just feel you're ready to move forward, pile one. You have learned all of your lessons and you're just ready to move forward right now. All right. You have be your best self always. Yeah, so there is definitely that energy that you're leveling up and you're kind of becoming the best version of yourself right now. So you kind of need to trust like the whole process of becoming the best version of yourself. It is kind of, like a trial and error, and you're going to make some mistake, but it's important for you to learn from those mistakes. And I feel like you're starting to fully embrace who you are. I feel like you're going to start valuing other people's opinions less and what they have to say about you. And you're just going to start expanding in your mind, because believe it or not, the area in our life where we tend to hold ourselves back the most is our thoughts, our belief system. Because if you say, oh, I can't do this, then that's it, period. You cannot do it, right? But if you say to yourself like, oh, how can I try to do this? You are immediately expanding your mindset to like, there is a percentage for me to do this, right? Maybe it's a 50-50% that I will succeed in this and I will do it. But let's try at least, and you try it and you might succeed. And I always say, like, you can succeed in anything. It's just about not giving up too early. But if you say right away, oh, I cannot do this, then immediately you're putting it, okay, there's 0% for me to succeed in this. So at least give it a 50% chance, right? Yeah, look at this. Keep your dreams alive. Some of you, just as I said before, it's like you can succeed in anything, but you just need to not give up too early. And I feel like that's the case with you here, pile number one. Don't quit because it's too early for you to quit. Something that you're doing right now, it's too early for you to quit, so you cannot quit it, pile one. You need to keep your dreams alive and keep yourself inspired here. And trust that it's going to work. You have, this is sovereignty. I hope I'm pronouncing that right, but very powerful energy from this card, right? I feel this woman is they just have so much confidence in themselves and who they are and what they have built. I feel like you're, the thing for you, pile one, I feel what you need to hear is you need to connect with yourself better to reach your highest potential. And this is for your own good, right? Because I see that a lot of you who chose pile number one, you're kind of the people who are on their way to big success, but you cannot give up at this moment, because if you do, then you're turning away a lot of success. So you need to keep going here, pile number one. Some of you, I feel like, might need an uplifting message to not get those intrusive thoughts get a hold of you and to focus more on the positive. Okay. You also have The antelope and the wheat nourishment. Yeah. You know, the wheat is resemblance of a lot of success, of a lot of abundance, a lot of money. So I see that there is the potential for you to succeed, pile number 1. You cannot give up. I cannot stress this enough, pile 1. Don't give up on your dream. Don't let those intrusive thoughts get the hold of you. Yeah, let go limiting beliefs. You cannot keep like telling yourself, I cannot do this, I cannot do this. There's no way. There's so many people in this world that want to do the same thing. But you need to outwork everyone, pile 1. You need to do your best out of everyone. It's true, you know, it does take like a sense of character and a sense of like endurance to do that. But at the end, that's why the people who succeed, and that's why they are the best of the best. So if you want to succeed, you need to be the best out of the best. There's no like middle ground when it comes to that, you know. You also have the fox and ivy adaptability. So I see that you might be adapting to this kind of like lifestyle or mindset. I feel like a lot of you are adapting currently, and it might be a bit too much for you to kind of process everything at this moment, but you know, a step at a time, you're gonna be able to see the end, and everything is gonna come together for you. All right, let's take a look at your last card here. Conscious consumer. You have the power to heal and help the world with your decisions to buy only products and services that are ethical and environmentally friendly. As a conscious consumer, you choose to invest in fair trade and organic foods. You live simply and you purchase only that which you need. All right, pile 1. I feel with this message, you need to hear today that for some reason, I heard invest in yourself right away. It's like invest more money in yourself. That's the first thing that I do. So whether this is something in your appearance, whether maybe you want to take some kind of classes, some kind of skills, you want to, I don't know, go to therapy, whatever it is for you, right? Whatever you feel like it's an investment in you, start by investing in yourself and making yourself feel good, making sure that you look good for yourself, because right away that makes you happier, that brings joy to you, because yourself, your body is like, oh, this person loves me, it's taking care of me, let's work together to achieve our dreams. So I feel like a lot of you need to start working on making yourself feel good and not putting yourself in second place, not overworking yourself to the point where you start to feel like you're disintegrating, right? That's never a good sign. Just make sure that you keep the balance. You know, you work hard, but it's kind of like the energy, like, you know, don't rest when it's not your day off, but make sure that you consciously schedule a day off for yourself to prevent a burnout. That's kind of what I'm picking up here for you, pile number 1. So I hope that this reading resonated with you. If it didn't, please leave a like and a comment, and I hope to see you guys in my next reading. Bye guys. Hello my beautiful pile number 2. If you guys chose this pile, then this is going to be a reading today about your divine message that's divinely timed for you to hear right now. All right, pile 2. Let's begin by shuffling your cards, and then we're gonna get into your reading. So if you want to skip this part, as always, there is a timestamp in the description. Okay, so let's begin with your first card, and this is kind of gonna represent the main card of your reading, the main message that you need to hear today. So for pile 2, Spirit, what is the divine message, or what's the divine timing that pile number 2 needs to hear right now? What is the divine message? Let's see, pile 2. I'm feeling this card for you. Okay, let's put that to the side right there, and let's get your tarot cards. Pile 2, Spirit, what divine message do you want to tell to pile number 2 right now at this moment? Message for pile 2. Let's see, pile number 2. Let's get one more card. Feel this one. Okay. Let's get your oracles now. Divine message for pile number 2. I'm taking these 2 for you. Okay. Divine message for pile number 2. Divine message for pile number 2. Any important thing that they need to know? I feel like that one clearly is wanting to come out. Okay. Pile number 2, Spirit, what do you want to tell them today? This one is catching my eye right away. And let's also get this one for you. Okay, and let's get your last card, and then we can get into your reading. What is the divine message that needs to be heard by pile number 2 today, Spirit? I feel like taking this one. Okay. So we have your cards now, and we can get into your reading, pile 2. I'm super excited. I mentioned in pile number 1, I'm feeling very big energies today. So let's see, what is your divine message? As your card here, you guys chose the Temperance with this beautiful butterfly. And the energy that I'm getting from this card right away, it's like back and forth, and then you finally release. Like, you're going back and forth on something. I'm hearing you might be practicing something, and it's finally time to release. It's finally time to be free. I'm hearing freedom for you. I'm hearing freedom of going back and forth or not being able to decide. All right, it's very interesting. Let's take a look at your main card here, and let's see what is your message, pile number 2, and then we're going to get into your other cards. So, you have the polar bear. Nurture. Allow any anxieties and worries to be gently released and offer up to be healed. Wow. You see? Allow any anxieties and worries to gently release. So it's very interesting because it's like you're going back and forth, and then you finally release it. You finally let go. You finally are able to be free. So I feel like what you need to hear today is think less, do more. That's kind of what I'm thinking about you. You know, it's always important for us to kind of like think through things, right? And not just like so, you know, abruptly go into things, but sometimes making a decision is better than making no decision, right? Because it's like sometimes if you overthink it too much, that's kind of also where you can maybe not choose the best for you because you're overthinking it. So there's the energy for you that you need to kind of start trusting yourself more and start trusting yourself and the decisions that you're currently making. And it's kind of, you might have been feeling like you're a little bit stuck in your loop in your thoughts. I'm not getting that this is anything too serious. It might be just like a little period in your life where you're just overthinking things a little bit. So I'm hearing it's finally time to just get back on track. Don't overthink things too much, Paul, too. Okay, let's see your tarot cards first. Let's get more in depth of your message. 10 of Swords, yeah. Okay. You have the Devil. That's very interesting. You have the Queen of Wands. Wow. I heard let yourself sing for some of you. I don't know why that came out. Like let yourself sing or speak. 9 of Pentacles. Wow. And Page of Cups. All right. I feel, wow, your message is so clear, pile 2. I'm sorry. You're fine. That's what I'm hearing. It's like you're fine. You're doing the right thing. You're on the right path. Everything is fine, pile 2, is what I'm hearing for you. Is at this moment, you're just might be letting the anxiety get the best out of you, and you might be doubting yourself a little bit and be like, oh, but is this the right thing? Or like this didn't go as planned and I'm not sure. Like I'm hearing you need to stop over controlling and micromanaging everything that's happening in your world right now, in your reality. And you know, especially when it comes to achieving our goals and manifesting something, it's the most important thing is getting the actual thing, right? Not how we're gonna get it. So you need to stop micromanaging the bridge of events and how things are gonna work out, because that's when the anxiety comes in, because in your head you have created a plan. Okay, I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. And if one thing goes wrong, then you're like, well, that's it. Nothing comes out of this, because you're trying to micromanage everything in your reality. You need to release a little bit. Okay, you need to just calm down your mind a little bit, and do as best as you possibly can to just ground yourself a little bit. I feel a lot of you need to ground yourself. But good news, pile number 2, that was just kind of like a side message that you needed to hear, to just don't overthink yourself, especially in what you're creating and what you're doing. Don't overthink it too much. Let your soul freely create, because pile 2, I see that there is a big success that's right around the corner for you. And I feel a lot of you, again, you are kind of at the moment where you need to put something out, or you need to release something, or something big needs to happen in your life. There is that energy of like a build up. And when you are at this release stage, you might be like overthinking it too much, like, oh, but should I change this? Should I do this? Should I do that? Either way, pile number 2, I see that what you're doing is going to be incredibly successful with the 9 of Pentacles, especially in the area where it's going to generate a lot of wealth for you, a lot of income, a lot of stability. It's going to bring you a sense of status and an upgrade in society. And I feel like a lot of you, in the end, everything is going to work out so fine, and you're going to be like, why was I worrying so much? Oh my God. But you need to stop worrying, pile 2. You really do, because it's not doing you really any good. It might be just even like postponing the thing that you're doing, because you're trying to micromanage everything so much. And sometimes, like, not everything, of course, goes according to plan. It's amazing for us to have a plan that we can kind of hold on to and follow up, but details change along the way, plans change along the way, and not everything is going to be exactly as you have written down and in your plan. It's kind of important to have a plan, but not, every detail afterwards. You can have the details, but you just need to be open to them changing, and maybe some things get postponed, some things change around. It's just the nature of the world that we live in. So you need to stop overstressing things. And sometimes things come up, and don't get right away into the mindset of like, well, this didn't work out, no, everything is gonna go wrong. Don't get in that mindset. Just accept it, breathe, and be like, okay, we're gonna fix this, and then we get back on track, right? That's kind of what you need to do here, is what I'm feeling for you. Okay, let's take a look at your oracles here. Let's see, what is this Knight of Pentacles about? I'm so curious, because I feel there's something that you're going to do that's going to become very successful, and you're going to be very, very satisfied with the outcome. But let's see what this is about. Yeah, manifestation. I was talking about, this is about something that you guys are manifesting. It's like you're successfully going to manifest this thing. Just don't micromanage all of the details. Reconciliation. Wow, I feel like a lot of you might be like reconciling with your future self. With this reconciliation card, of course, it could mean that you might want to reconcile with the person, but with this specific card, when I see it, I always get the energy that you are coming or becoming one with your future self, and with the one that you always wanted to be, with the one that you always wish to be. Nine of Pentacles is the card of luxury and just living the lifestyle that you always dreamed of living, for me. So I feel like you're coming in that stage, or it's coming up for you, where you will be living the life that you always wish to live. And you need to, it's like you cannot go back right now, right? Because I feel like a lot of you, Paul, you're too far deep into coming close to this, so you cannot go back right now. And I feel a lot of you are not in the mindset of like, oh, I'm just gonna quit and not do this anymore. It's just that you are a little bit anxious right now, maybe because you are approaching that final date of release, that final date, the final moment of things starting to happen. And you might be just like, oh, I'm not sure, should I change this or that, or just you might be just not sure. But it's just best to trust your creation and, you know, say to yourself, I can never choose wrong. I can never make the wrong decision. I always choose right for myself and what's best for myself. And you will start to see that the decisions that you start making are impacting your life like amazingly. That's gonna, you know, what I usually do, and from my experience that really works. So repeat those affirmations to yourself. Okay, you have hope and happiness. Okay, guys, you need to have hope because things are gonna work out. Okay, things are gonna work out for you. I'm seeing things are working well and things are going well, pile too. So please don't stress yourself out. Bountiful harvest. Look at that. What you guys are gonna do will have a really good result and will have really good success, especially when it comes to your abundance and your money. I see there is an amount of money coming in for you with bountiful harvest. This is usually, you know, the harvest of something that we have done, something that we have planted. It's time to harvest it. So I see that that harvest season is approaching for you. As I mentioned, a lot of you are too far deep into this, right? You have already planted it, you have nurtured it, you have watched it grow. It's kind of, it feels like you're just sitting right now and you're just waiting for the plant to like start sprouting or start growing. And I feel that's approaching here in your life. All right, you have change. Yeah, so there is going to be like kind of a very big turnover point in your life right now. We see kind of, I heard chaos, but it's good chaos. It's the type of chaos that you might want in your life. What I want to say, pile two, is the type of chaos that it's gonna completely change things, but in a really, really good way. And I feel a lot of you are gonna stand out. That's what I'm hearing here. You're gonna stand out in something. Okay, you also have the Fox and Ivy. Adaptability. Pile number 1 also got this one. Adaptability and change. So there is going to be change. Big change, right? This is big. Something that you're going to need to adapt to here. There's going to be big change in your daily routine and who you are, who you identify as. And you're just not going to be able to live as your old self anymore. Especially, you know, I mentioned there's an upgrade in your lifestyle, pile too. You're definitely upgrading your lifestyle. You're definitely starting to kind of get a glimpse or a taste of what your dream life would be. And you're going to have to change and adapt to it. And, you know, I would say it could be a little bit difficult, right? Because you're kind of like bringing your old self in this whole new reality, this whole new world. So it's going to take some getting used to and letting go and shedding that last bit of your old self. It might be a little bit confusing in the beginning, but you will get there. Okay, you will get there, pile two. Okay, let's see your other card. You have the Spider and Passion Flower, creative ingenuity. Yeah, you guys have been like weaving something, building something, slowly but surely, paying attention to many, many details. And I mentioned this is something that you're creating. You're being very creative with this. So just let your creativity shine. Let your creativity do its thing. Don't question your creativity, pile two. Okay, let's take a look at your last message here. Look at this. Visual abundance in all forms. I'm telling you that there is abundance coming your way. God gave you such a great spiritual power that everything you visualize eventually becomes reality. Hold a steady vision of that which is beautiful, helpful, positive, and filled with blessings, and that is what you will experience. Wow. So with manifestation, and you know, this card is always talking to me about not just visualizing, oh my God, I just want this one expensive bag, or I just want to have the funds to buy this car. It's just about the entire way of living. You know, it's like you're visualizing yourself just waking up in this specific country. You're visualizing yourself in an apartment that looks a specific way. You're visualizing yourself going to this grocery store and buying these kinds of groceries. You know, it's that level of daydream and visualization that's coming true in your life. The daily, day-to-day life, it's gonna start being like the one that you used to visualize. I feel like that's what you're working up here too, and it's very soon for you guys. It's right around the corner, so please don't get discouraged and don't get the anxiety. Get the best out of you, Paul, too, because I feel there is great abundance right around the corner for you, so don't be worried, please. Okay, that's what I have for your reading today. I hope that this resonated with you. If it didn't, please leave a like and a comment, and I will see you guys in my next reading. Bye, guys. Hello, my beautiful pile number 3. If you guys chose this pile, then this is going to be your reading today about the divine message that you need to receive at this current moment. Okay, pile 3, let's begin by shuffling your cards, and if you want to skip this part, then I will leave the timestamp for you. So we're going to begin by taking your kind of main card, the main message that you need to hear today. So let's see, what is the main message, Spirit, that pile number 3 needs to hear today? What is the divine message for pile number 3 at this current moment of when they're watching this video? Let's take this one for you. Okay, pile 3. Now let's get your tarot and the other oracles. So let's see, what is the divine message that pile number 3 needs to hear today, Spirit? What is the divine message that pile number 3 needs to hear today? Let's take a look. Pile 3. Let's get these two for you. Let's also get this one. Pile 3, divine message. Let's get those two. Alright. Let's get your other oracles now. And let's see, what is the divine message that needs to come through for pile number 3 today? I feel very strong energies from you for some reason. I don't know why. Let's see. It's like you guys are just powerful people. That's what I'm hearing. Okay, let's see. What does pile number 3 need to hear today, Spirit? What is their divine message? Okay, pile number 3. What is your divine message for today? What is the divine message for pile number 3? Any important news that they need to know? Just anything that's of importance for them to know. Alright, and let's get your last card. What is the divine message for pile number 3, Spirit? I feel like taking this one. Okay, so we have your cards now, and let's get into your reading. Okay, pile 3. So, as your card here, you guys chose the Queen of Swords, and that's why I said that I feel like a lot of you hold very, you know, that like disciplined, strong, certain energy. It's like you're stand your ground. You don't let people walk all over you. You're like I feel the ice queen, you know, that's kind of, you know, regardless of gender, but the Queen of Swords is kind of like that ice queen energy to me. So I'm getting a lot of you are just, you know, you're on point is what I'm hearing. But let's see your main card here, and let's see what is your divine message. Okay, you have the Bat. Listen up. You're working through deep soul patterns. Release any outdated beliefs that surface. Wow. Yeah, okay, maybe a lot of you are becoming the Queen of Swords, and you're really starting to like, you know, I feel like Spirit is coming in really like, just listen up. Like right now you're in the midst of something important, and just, you know, let go of those, like, you know, this was like a similar message in the rest of the piles, and maybe as a collective message is just letting go of limiting beliefs, letting go of who you used to be. Don't wake up in the morning and think like your old self anymore if you want to start living a new life, pile 3. That's kind of what I'm hearing for you. And you're definitely, I feel a lot of you have either just stepped into this like Queen of Swords energy, or you're on your way to get there, to step into that energy of like being very certain, setting very strong boundaries, and just like not letting anything just get to you. Okay, let's see your tarot cards, and then we'll get into your oracles to get a more specific message for you today. You guys have the Ten of Swords, you have the King of Swords. Yeah, you guys are just gonna like, wow, you guys are really like warriors, warrior energy. The Hangman, yeah, okay. You have the High Priestess. And your last card is the Knight of Pentacles, I'm sorry. Wow. Yeah, pile 3, I feel you may be currently in this energy or this stage when it comes to your personal growth and journey. And you know what it feels like here with the 10 of Swords and then the King of Swords and you got the Queen of Swords. You're very like warrior type energy. Like you've been through a lot, you worked through a lot of lessons I see that you have been through, and you're kind of finally coming out of it, right? You're kind of like finally starting to come out of the cocoon. You're finally start to realize that you cannot longer keep going and giving too much of yourself to other people while not feeding yourself enough. That's kind of what I'm feeling. And you know, I feel a lot of you are starting to embrace that you want a different lifestyle from the people around you or from your community or from just what you're used to. I feel a lot of you are going to be the people who are going to break some kind of like karmic cycles or family patterns. Like it's kind of like you're learning from the mistakes of the previous people in your generation. You're learning that the people didn't maybe take the risks and they didn't follow what they wanted to do. They didn't follow their instincts. Instead, they chose to do what's known and what they have been told to do. And I feel a lot of you want to break that cycle. You want to kind of be like the rebel of your family maybe and do something that's new. And you might be a little bit judged or you might feel a little bit hurt because maybe those people don't support you in what you're doing. They're like, oh my god, you're gonna fail, don't do this. But pile 3, you cannot listen to that. You need to ignore, and just move forward because nobody can see the vision the way that you see it, and nobody can see like the plan that you have, regardless of how many times you tell them. It's just they're not in your shoes and they won't ever understand 100%. So I feel what's important for you to know right now is that you are on the way to transform. You are on the way to become the highest version of yourself. You are on the way to become, the queen and the king. So you need to keep going. You cannot look back. And I feel a lot of you are getting in a very like disciplined energy and you're like, if somebody disrespects me, they're out of my life. I don't care anymore. Because you start to notice that those people, they just hold you back. And even sometimes I want to say it's like you cannot drag everyone with you to the top if they don't want to get them. If they don't want to get there themselves, right? You cannot drag everybody from your past and you cannot drag everybody along with you to succeed and get to the top. That's why some people say that it's lonely at the top, because I feel if you want to get there, you might need to let go of a lot of people that are in your life or let go of a lot of things, sacrifice some experience, sacrifice a lot of the free time in order to truly dedicate yourself to what's important for you. And you need to start focusing on what's important for you. Pile 3 is what I feel. And what you value. What your mind values, not what other people value, It's very different and it's really up to you as a person what you value in your life. Do you value to create connections, to develop connections, to have free time, to, travel everywhere? Do you value to be the person at the top, to succeed? And it's not a discrimination, it's just like up to what you value as a person, up to what success looks like to you. For some people, success is just having an extremely happy family. For some people, success is graduating college. For other people, success is being extremely wealthy. So it's just about you deciphering what does success mean to you, and that's where you go. And it doesn't matter what other people think and what their perception of success is, right? That's why there might be some conflicts that might arise when you share this with other people. Okay, let's take a look at your oracles here. Let's see. Lightening your load. Yeah, you cannot carry everyone with you, Apollo 3. You know, that might just slow you down because, as I mentioned, not everybody wants to go there with you. I mean, everybody would like to be successful, right? But not everybody wants to sacrifice the things that you are willing to sacrifice in order to get there. Some people, they enjoy their comfort. They enjoy a more easygoing life. And I see that you're a fighter. I see that you want more. You don't want comfort. You want to experience and get to the top. And that's why I don't want to say like endure pain or, you know, whatever, but it is an experience. It's not the most comfortable. Becoming successful, it's not the most comfortable thing because you need to sacrifice a lot of things. You need to prioritize what's more important for you. You know, are you going to go out for a lunch today with your friends, or are you going to spend that time on developing your skills? And it comes a point where just a lot of people are not willing to sacrifice those things. And I see that you are willing to do it, and not everybody you want to bring along wants to do the same. Have clarity, yeah. I feel like a lot of you have clarity now on what you need to do, but you just need to stop trying to drag everyone else with you. It doesn't have to be people, right? It could be just past experiences or anything like that as well. You also have amplify your positive emotions. I feel like you're stepping into new waters. You're stepping into something new here and stepping into more clarity. I feel like the moon energy is over for you guys, and you've come to realization to a lot of things, and now you're like, okay, I realized this. I know I need to sacrifice this. This might not work out like, sorry, I phrased that the wrong way. Like, I might need to let go of this person. I might need to let go of this extra thing that I'm doing and make space to focus more on my skills. I feel that's kind of the energy that you are in. Acceptance of love. That is very interesting. I feel you're very aligned, pile 3. Your mind is very much aligned with what you want to do. Now it's kind of like about putting in the action, because your mindset is aligned with your goal, with your version of success, is what I'm feeling here. So it's kind of about you putting in the action now. You also have creation, yeah. Yeah, you need to start creating now. I feel you have it all figured out in your head, but it's kind of the thing of like putting in the work physically, putting in on a piece of paper, whatever it is that you want to create. It's about doing the work now, the physical work, the work in the reality, the process of creation. That's kind of what I feel is the time for you to do right now, to focus on creating, because you've done all the work prior. You know, the Ten of Swords, there's no more lessons for you. There is no more figuring it out and trying to find yourself around. It seems that you have found yourself, but it's about you taking the action to bring that to life, is what I'm feeling, pile 3. All right, let's see your other cards. You also have the Frog and Lotus, Metamorphosis. Yeah, you're changing. Look at this. It's time to change, pile 3. It's time to change. As well as the Deer and Oat healing. I feel you have healed. I feel that you are healed, pile 3. And there is no more need for you to heal and to try to fix anything else. Because I feel where you are right now, you can start with proceeding with the next stage. But it's important for you to, again, bring to understanding that not everything and everyone that's in your life right now will stick with you forever. People come and go, things come and go, experiences come and go. And you know, I'm just giving the example with people, but this could be many things. It could be hobbies, you know. I mean, I'm just saying this from my experience. I've had also hobbies in the past that I hold it like so near and dear my heart, and I loved doing them so much, but it just came to a point where you just don't feel like you belong there anymore, right? It feels like you have done and you have learned what you needed to learn from those things, and you have the necessary skills to move forward now with the next thing. It doesn't mean that you're never going to use it in the future. You're never going to revisit it, right? It's gonna come to use for you. It's kind of, that's kind of the universe preparing you for your main goal. It's kind of giving you like these side tasks or these small ventures that in the future they will hold very great value to you. But you really need to distinguish when it's time to let go of something. If you feel like you have learned everything possibly that you can from something, or this person is just not bringing any more value to your life anymore, you need to understand when it's time to let go of people and things in your life. And I feel like, here pile 3 is just about, moving forward now for you. All right, let's take a look at your last message. Let's see what is it? What is your message? Quiet retreat. It's time to disconnect from the outer world so that you can discern and process your true thoughts and feelings from your inner world. Create this quiet time for yourself and you will have clarity about what to do next. So yeah, as I was saying, it's like you need to discern, you need to distinguish what things can stay in your life, what things need to go, how you're going to prioritize your time, what needs the most focus right now in your life. Do you have time for this hobby right now, or is it something that you can sacrifice in order to focus on something that's more important to you? Do you, I don't know, need all of these people in your life? Because a lot of times people are a distraction to us. I don't know if you want to hear this or not, but I have noticed they are a distraction because, of course, I'm saying if it's just like an acquaintance, somebody who you just kind of see time to time, they don't bring much value to your life, and you just kind of see them like once a month, once every few months, just to talk about daily life. I feel as though it doesn't bring you that much value to your life. At least that's my opinion, but of course you do you. But again, there are connections who you learn from every single day, and you can talk to a person every single day for hours and hours and hours, and they still help you learn something about yourself or about the world in general. So you want to keep those kinds of people in your life, and it's not about the quantity, of things that you have in your life, but it's about the quality. So pile 3, that's your message that I have here for you today. I hope that this resonated with you. If it didn't, please leave a like and a comment, and I hope to see you guys in my next reading. Bye guys.